Welcome to Discussions with LKN, where LKN talks about technology based aspects and shares his expertise on several topics. Well, in this podcast, we would be talking about agility as an holistic aspect of an organization and how an organization with agility would be able to enable Industrial Revolution 5 or IRV as coined by me, LKN. Thank you. So let's start with the discussions. With the word agility, what is agility actually? It's basically the ability to respond and act faster, right? So imagine agility being at an organization level. I mean, every function, every department is agile enough. That's what the perfect nature of an organization which is matured in the next industrial revolution. Agility is for sure the next big thing, and it is not limited only to IT or development alone. At a bigger holistic view, agility is all about faster responses to anything and everything. Let's start with my journey to set the context and the thought process, because the main reason of making this podcast is to set a context and thought process basically before I deliver my next podcast, which is about high velocity IT, part of ITL4. With the term ITIL, right, or ITIL as it is called now, ITIL 4. But if you look at the journey of ITIL, it all started as a procedure for mainframe maintenance. Well, that was the pretty much initiation of the actual ITIL. The amount of restructuring put into it is immense from where it is now. I would also state that the current ITL 4 or ITIL 4 is incomplete. While there is lot of facets and also lot of aspects which fascinates me at the journey of ITIL, we should also look at Agile. It all started as a programming or developers practices, right? But then no one picked it up to align it to the bigger requirements. Even today, when agility is required, Agile still remains as a practice. It's almost limited to IT and development aspects alone. Although there are several books which has been written on the thought processes, there is no organization which has owned up Agile and as handholded it step by step to the next requirement which is needed. So basically Agile has stuck there, even though there are several aspects and books written on agility, but Agile as a practice has not grown. That's like pretty much where it started. Well, with the increase of scope and catering the needs of agility across the organization, Agile still remains to be lagging behind in a very bad way, actually. So now coming to why do we need agility in organizations, right? The upcoming revolution is more volatile and fast-paced. While we have new technologies coming in, no one is daring to use it. While Agile supports the thought process of fail fast, are the leaders really ready to really fail fast and innovate or adapt the new technologies? I don't think so, and at least their actions are not showing that. I did mention agility and faster response as one of the important trait for organizations in Industrial Revolution 5 or IRV as coined by me. We would be heading to a new industrial revolution which needs faster responses in every decision, be it operational or tactical or strategical. Else, these organizations would lose out to its competitors. The only possibility to enable faster responses across an organization is to use IT as a backbone and enable faster responses using the emerging technologies such as AI, AI ops, automation, RPA, chatbots, and others. Each of this contributes a lot to enable the digital organization of the future that IRV requires. Do we have one organization currently whom we can see stepping towards to be tagged as a digital organization who makes strategical decisions based on IT? I don't think so. Food for thought, right? We are lagging behind, yes, for sure. Although Microsoft's Deep Coder was called for stealing codes, we openly do it in GitHub. Imagine a huge amount of reusable code enabling AI to write programs, or even a non-IT or even a non-IT example of AI providing all decision pointers to enable strategic decision, from finalizing an acquisition, finalizing a partnership, or even contributing to revenue based decisions, or even production based decisions, basically operational decisions. This does need a lot of IT working on the background, inclusive of emerging technologies as a backbone, isn't it? Are we there yet? What do we need to be there? And how close are we? Are the important questions to keep gauging our progress and the direction, and in what direction we are headed. I would certainly laugh out loud. Not even one organization is close or working towards enabling this. And here is why I say that. Agility only in IT is of no use. Agility should be in all facets of the organization. IT is just one part of it. We need to enable and infuse IT in all functions, departments, and practices, be it making the right hire for an organization, or be it enabling the right information for different scenarios for consumption, or be it enabling the availability of information to make all operational, tactical, and strategical decisions. We don't even know what data we need and what views we need at this point of time. We are at the very beginning, and the change required to be performed is scary for the leaders at this time. I envision huge profitable organizations to operate with 4 or 5 flat hierarchical employees who use reusable products and codes as an output for Industrial Revolution 5 or IRV. And enabling this needs leaders who aren't scared to make right ethical decisions, and also enabling the safety culture throughout the organization. ITIL 4 has come a long way, but the entirety of it is still questionable to enable this. But does Agile cater to this in any way? No, not for sure at this time. We still have Agile coaches questioning the content of Agile for IT and developers instead of contributing to the bigger agility part of the organization. So to get back to my initial thought process of educating ITL 4 or ITL 4 professionals on high velocity IT, I wanted to set the context. So high velocity IT is all about enabling the Industrial Revolution 5 or IRV. So it's all about taking the baby steps needed for IRV, right? Where IT plays a major role not only within IT but also in being a backbone for the entire organization, facilitating the decisions across the organization, all operational, tactical, and strategical. thereby enabling faster responses to all kind of scenarios and making the organization work and respond faster. Basically, high velocity IT enables the agility across the organization, and for sure, emerging technologies play a critical role in it. I only see Axelos and PeopleCert or ServiceNow close enough, or maybe slightly in the right direction towards enabling the next industrial revolution. With this setting the context, I end this podcast on agility. Thank you. Keep listening to my podcast, subscribe to my podcast, and I also have a blog, www.lokeshlkn.com, where I write on several topics. Please do subscribe and share. Happy learning and continual learning is what keeps us ahead of the crowd. So keep learning, stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.